2024 has been an incredible year for cozy gaming, but what does 2025 have in store for us? In this video, we'll be taking a look at all of the cozy games currently announced for 2025. Hello cozy gamers, I'm Ellie and welcome back to the Cozy Gaming Club, where we talk about all the latest and greatest cozy games. And in today's video, we're taking a look at upcoming greatness, or hopefully anyway, as we talk about 75 cozy games launching in 2025. And these are all games that are actually announced for 2025. I don't want to get your hopes up, and I don't want to get my hopes up speculating about which games could come next year. So you won't see Wild Society or Witchbrook or Cattle Country on this list. Let's get started with a game that was supposed to launch this year, but was pushed to January 13th, after receiving a ton of feedback during Steam Next Fest. Dreaming Isles is a wholesome farming and life sim that combines high-sea adventures, relationship building, Zelda-like exploration, and sword and sorcery. After washing up on an abandoned island, you find a rundown farm and decide to revitalize it. But you're not landlocked in this farming sim. Instead, you can take to the seven seas on your ship, discovering the pirates who roam there and exploring the world of Dreaming Isles. Our next game is another survival-esque game, but it can be played in solo or in co-op with up to 8 friends. Aloft is a feel-good, cozy survival game set in the clouds where you transform any island into a flying ship and explore the vast skies. But even your island isn't safe from the corruption that's spreading and threatening to devour all other life. You'll need to root it out by uncovering lost knowledge and brewing powerful antidotes to restore balance to the airborne ecosystem, when Aloft launches on the 15th of January on PC in early access. Rather than being a side quest, museums are front and center in this next game, which reminds me a lot of Moonlighter or Cuisineer, but you're running a museum instead of a shop or restaurant. You're tasked with documenting the relics of a long-lost world in the Old World Museum in Museum Number 9. As a curator, you'll explore dungeons to find new relics, repair artifacts, and design the layout and style of your museum. I've been waiting for this one for a while, so I'm excited to see it's going to launch on the 17th of January on PC. If you've ever dreamed of becoming an author, then this next game may be for you. Plot Twist is a management simulation game where you take on the role of an ambitious author writing bestsellers, earning fans, and shaping the future of literature. Choose between different genres, plots, publishers, and more in hopes of receiving a positive review when Plot Twist launches on January 24th. Speaking of Cuisineer, it launched on PC back in November 2023, but it's now coming to consoles on the 28th of January. In Cuisineer, you play as Pom, who has just returned home to discover that her parents have disappeared, their restaurant is closed, and they owe a lot of money. So it falls to you to get your parents' restaurants up and running again and pay off their debt in typical cozy game fashion. It's a good thing you're an adventurer because ingredients aren't cheap. Instead, you'll need to head out into the wilds and wield your cooking utensils to defeat the enemies there and collect the best ingredients so that you can return home and cook up a delicious feast. Adorable open-world life sim Hello Kitty Island Adventure launched on iOS in 2023. But on the 30th of January, it will also be coming to PC and consoles. Embark on an adventure with Hello Kitty and friends to restore an abandoned island to its former glory. This game looks like the perfect Animal Crossing alternative, it is super cute, and it's packed full of over 40 familiar faces to meet and befriend, each of which will offer benefits to improve life on the island. When you're not saving the island, there are puzzles to solve, critters to collect, fishing, and more to fill your time with. Plus, you can play in multiplayer with your friends. Spirit Swap is an action puzzle game with a beautiful art style, a narrative-driven world, and lots of LGBTQ+ representation. Swap to the beat in this game to reassemble lost spirits and cast incredible spells. There's plenty of interesting witches and demons to bond with, and maybe you'll even surpass friendship with them. And you can decorate your room with keepsakes. This one has been a long time coming, and it'll be launching on February 3rd on PC. Next up is Craft Fantasy Merchant Simulator, where you will actually be crafting all of the items you make and sell in your shop. This hands-on crafting game looks really unique with a jigsaw-esque construction that lets you create a necklace for a mermaid princess or a sword made of dragon blood. It's the perfect mix of simulation with fantasy, and it's launching on February 11th on PC. You can also adopt magical pets like this cute owl cat, and the entire game will be fully voice acted. Play as a Latin cowboy in this next farming sim. Without agriculture, the focus of Guatro and the grassland is taking care of your animals, from building shelters to breeding them so that your land can have more resources. Explore different biomes with your faithful dog, befriend your townsfolk, and try to save the legends of Latin folklore when this game launches in February 2025. Our next game is also a February title, and it's another one of those adorable idle games that sit on the bottom of your screen. In Tiny Pastures, you're raising adorable animals like rabbits, foxes, alpacas, and birds, as well as the not-so-adorable like slimes and zombies. Interact with them to help them grow, and when they're fully grown, you'll be able to collect coins dropped by them and expand your pastures to add even more animals. In this next game, you'll be curating and managing museums. 2 Point Museum is the long-awaited next installment in the 2 Point series and sees you designing and refining your very own museums to create the ultimate guest experience. Coordinate experts on far-flung expeditions across the globe to discover new exhibits, generating buzz to entice droves of knowledge-hungry guests who will expect top information and entertainment from your attractions. This is all while you keep your exhibit safe, rooms clean, staff happy, and children off the dinosaur bones. There's not much longer to wait as 2 Point Museum will be launching on the 4th of March across PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. Grimoire Groves is a beautiful forest, fabled to be home to all sorts of magical creatures and plants, and the witches can't wait to move there in our next game. But when they arrive, they immediately notice that something is off. Now it's down to you to restore Grimoire Groves to the lush forest it once was. Use your magic to grow plant creatures and learn the needs of each plant to harvest their fruits. Find the fabled forest spirits and give them a new home at your cottage, and help them to restore the magical balance in Grimoire Groves. And decorate your home base to boost the spirit's magical powers and yours as well. Prepare to protect your home when Grimoire Grove launches on PC on the 6th of March. And we have another witchy game up next, Wonderstop. After giving up your dangerous life as a fighter champion, you settle down to open a tea shop in a magical forest. Learn to make tea by growing and harvesting the ingredients before mixing them together in your unusual tea-making contraption. Care for your travelers and learn their stories to serve them the perfect brew. But along the way, you'll also be struggling with your decision to come here and trying to work out if this is the right place for you. Maybe you'll stay here forever, or maybe it'll become nothing more than a memory. Find out when Wonderstop launches on PC and PlayStation 5 on the 11th of March. Trapped on a deserted island, you are greeted by a mysterious woman who asks you to take care of her frogs while she is away. Explore the island, grow crops, forage in the wild, fish, and befriend magical and divine frogs as you try and find a way to escape the island and figure out why you're even here in the first place. Unravel the island's history and discover the key to your escape, all while forming lifelong bonds with the island's magical frogs. The true answers lie hidden within the island, waiting for you to uncover them, when Frog Island launches on PC on the 20th of March 2025. I am so ready to live out my best cottagecore dream as a hobbit in the Shire. Between cooking meals for your friends from vegetables grown in your garden to decorating and customizing your hobbit home, it seems like this game is promising a relaxing and cozy experience with zero stakes. There's also an overarching goal to raise the reputation of the Shire by bringing together the community to achieve official village status in Bywater. So it sounds like there'll be a lot to keep us busy when Tales of the Shire launches on PC, Switch, PlayStation, Xbox, and Netflix on March 25th. Our last 2 games for March don't have a fixed date, just a month, but that doesn't make them any less exciting. Open your own shop in this next game. Sugardew Island is a cozy farm shop sim that promises no pressure, so you can relax and unwind. After a surprising storm and a shipwreck, your journey begins as you awaken on a deserted island. To continue your adventure, you must collect harmony by selling goods to the forest folk to heal the island. Take care of your animals and your farm, sell your goods, upgrade your farm, and fulfill small orders from the harmony tree to fill the tiny island with life again. After a horrible drought affects your home, you set out to find a new place for your family to live and end up in Sugar Creek Burrows. Play as a bunny opening and running a new bakery to save up so your family can move here too. Learn various recipes like breads, pies, and cookies, and make them your own by adding special combinations of ingredients, like berries, nuts, or spices. Dinner Bunny is a cute cooking game that can be played solo or in co-op with your friends. Play as a witch or wizard in exile, opening the first ever magical inn in this next game. Running an inn isn't just about cooking the tastiest food and sourcing the best ingredients, though. You'll also need to master the art of hospitality and find the rarest items for your clientele. There are also deck building elements in this, but I'm not really sure how that works. Ultimately, your goal is to work hard setting up a 5-star establishment for travelers so that you can find your way back to the castle and reclaim your former glory. Sounds easy, right? Find out by playing the demo for Magic Inn, which is due to launch on PC in early access as we move into games due to launch at some point in Q1 2025. We're starting with an unpacking like. Work as a home service worker to help residents of Whispertown with moving, organizing, and decorating their homes. Clean up their homes, unpack boxes, and decorate in return for a generous salary that you can use to decorate your own personal space. The villagers here aren't conventional humans, so don't be concerned if you see the odd tree folk or fish folk wandering around while you explore the town, and everything it has to offer in Whisper the House. Step into the warm and welcoming world of Bao Bao's Cozy Laundromat, where our lovable panda, Bao Bao, is eager to share her dream with you. Starting with just 500, you'll help Bao Bao transform a humble beginning into a bustling haven of cleanliness and charm. Rows and rows of vibrant, colourful washing machines will hum gently alongside dryers that turn laundry day into a soothing ritual. But it's not just about washing clothes. It's about creating a space that feels like home. Add cozy furniture like plants and plush chairs to help customers relax while they wait in this cozy idle game. 2025 is the year of shopkeeping games because we've got another one up next. In Merchants of Rosewall, you'll set up your own shop and fill it with the goods your citizens desire. You'll need plenty of resources, long days of work, and a crew of talented and creative companions to help you succeed. But things won't be easy. As you settle into your rhythms, you'll face all kinds of challenges like fickle clients, stingy suppliers, personal dilemmas with your staff, demanding bosses, and more. That could change how you see the city, your job, and the world at large. Discover a realistic gardening simulator in this next game. Gardener Master of the Trees and Flowers is an immersive gardening simulation game where you have the opportunity to create and maintain your own realistic gardens. From selecting the perfect soil to planting seeds to carefully adding fertilizer and counteracting the pests, fungi, and diseases that threaten your plants. Growing them won't be easy, but it will be rewarding. With a focus on advanced technologies such as pruning and grafting, learn how these methods can affect plant growth and ultimately help Kodama and Yamabiko recreate the long-extinct Great Tree. The art style is one of the main draws for this next game for me personally. It's beautifully hand-drawn like ink on parchment, which is fitting as Rooster explores the culture of ancient China. Play as Rooster, one of the 12 animals of the Chinese zodiac, who is kicked out of their annual Lunar New Year's Eve party for their terrible behaviour. Now stuck in the past, Rooster must learn their lesson by making it up to each of their zodiac animal friends, in order to start fresh again the following year. This game consists of 12 levels, one for each Chinese zodiac animal, and each one is themed around a different genre, like a dating sim, a cooking game, or a hidden object puzzle to keep the gameplay interesting. In this next game, you're a wildlife photographer, staying at a safari lodge in East Africa to take photos of the wildlife that call us home. The great thing about Seclusa is that you can play as actively or as passively as you want, because there are no time limits to hold you back. Explore the wilderness, snapping photos of the creatures at different times of the day and in different types of weather, and for each photo you'll get experience that can be used to unlock more animals and locations as well as camera upgrades. Seclusa looks really relaxing and it's due to launch in Q1 2025. Communite is a wholesome multiplayer city builder based on kindness and teamwork. Relax and use your creativity to spread new life in an endless world, working together with other players to create your perfect paradise. Whether it's planting plants, growing carrots, designing a desert, or creating vast oceans, the world is what you make of it. Described as a magical zoo tycoon, Fantastic Haven is set in a world where magic is gradually disappearing in favor of technological advances. You play the role of the elders who are seeking to protect the fantasy creatures of this realm from the inhabitants who hunt them. Send your mages out to explore the surrounding area and discover points of interest, including injured or endangered animals. Then you can bring them back to the Haven, set them up by creating the perfect home for them. This is the fun fantasy twist on zoo management games, and it's going to be released in Q1 2025. Take on the challenge of running your grandpa's beloved flower shop in this heartwarming coming-of-age visual novel. In Hinako's flower shop, you'll need to listen to your customers' stories and craft bouquets for them using the language of flowers to guide you. Hinako is determined to uphold her grandpa's reputation as he was a renowned florist known for his unparalleled skill and compassion. But as she navigates the pressures of living up to her grandpa's reputation and the fear of falling short of his greatness, she begins to wonder, can she ever truly fill his shoes? Set in the heart of London, Little Sim World is a cozy 2D life simulator that reshapes how players engage with their surroundings. The bustling city is an appealing setting filled with cars, stores, activities, and NPCs to keep you busy, and as you move to the big smoke, what you do next is completely up to you. Due to launch into early access in Q1 2025, Little Sim World has been a long time coming, and it's a super ambitious life sim to rival The Sims. Take on any job you want and explore a world with no loading screens and plenty of activities to do and people to meet. Play as a new vampire with a choice to make in Cabernet. Struggle with your mortality in the supernatural world you've been pulled into. Do you drink just enough to survive or give in to your bloodlust in this vampire simulation game? While it may not be as cozy as some of the other titles on this list, Cabernet is an interesting narrative RPG with incredible graphics and an intriguing world to explore. Mingle among vampiric society and the humans who feed them, trying to decide who you can trust and who is only worthy of draining. Our final Q1 game is an innovative game that challenges you to play by waiting. Patience is the name of this game and this transformative journey that blends humor with profound life insights. Encounter a range of waiting scenarios spanning from birth to death, providing a comprehensive exploration of life's waiting moments that can't be skipped or sped up. Learn the art of patience as you navigate while waiting, gaining valuable insight on embracing and accepting the journey of life itself. The next Rune Factory game is due to launch in spring 2025. In this fresh take on Rune Factory, travel to the never-before-seen eastern country of Azuma, and use your powers as an earth dancer to restore the world, its people, and even its gods. Blessed with the power of dance, sacred treasures, and new weapons, use your power to purify the land, your farms, and undo the Blight's damage. But rather than focusing on just farming, in this Rune Factory you'll also be able to rebuild entire villages, and entice people to return to the village and contribute to its success. Rune Factory Guardians of Azuma looks like a great new addition to the series, and while I haven't played the previous, I am excited to make this my first proper Rune Factory game. From Rune Factory Guardians of Azuma, we're moving into another highly anticipated sequel. Discover a rundown island that was once home to a prosperous civilization, and help to rebuild it by completing quests and crafting items in fantasy life. But you can also travel back in time to learn more about the secrets of the island and potentially rewrite history. Just like in previous Fantasy Life games, you'll be able to choose from a range of roles like Paladin, Woodcutter, and Tailor, with each one offering different benefits that will help you on your adventures. You can swap between these lives as you rebuild the island, and in co-op mode, you and your friends can take on different roles when Fantasy Life: The Girl Who Steals Time finally launches on Nintendo Switch in April 2025. Rebuild a once glorious hotel to its former splendor in the never-ending Check-In the Hotel series. An enchanting 2D pixel RPG where each check-in unveils a new chapter of its captivating past. As you delve into the depths of the hotel, encounter a range of quests, mysteries, and challenges that will test your resolve. Engage with a diverse cast of characters, from quirky staff members to intriguing guests, each with their own story to tell. Forge meaningful relationships, uncover secrets, and witness the transformation of both the hotel and its inhabitants as you progress when this game launches into early access in June 2025. By order of the Emperor, you have been exiled to Daomei Village and tasked with restoring it to its former glory. Take care of the farm, cultivate the fields, and breed animals to generate income. But you are not alone here. This unlucky village is also home to many other villagers who have been sent here for their crimes, and when interacting with them, you'll receive tasks that will help you gain their trust. And eventually you may learn the reasons behind their crimes. This sounds like a farm sim that's doing things a little different and a little darker, so colour me intrigued. I'll definitely be checking out Dahomey Village when it launches in Q2 2025. I am not usually one for survival games, but this game captured my attention because it gives me real Moana vibes. Voyager Zanira is a cooperative survival crafting game for up to 16 players, set on an island in the middle of the ocean. But oceans can be unpredictable and unforgiving, and you, as a Runeborn, must build a bond with your island spirit to bring peace to the seas around it. Only then can your island thrive. Voyager Zanira looks absolutely stunning, and there's a demo up right now if you want to give it a try before it launches into early access on PC in Q2 2025. Shortly after being laid off from a corporate job on Mars, you find out that your distant aunt has passed away and wants you to inherit her restaurant. With nothing left to hold you back, you decide to leave behind everything you know and travel to the Milky Way Diner, where you'll discover a world that is very different from the one you know. This station is home to a community of eccentric individuals from every species who are excited to have their favourite diner reopen. You'll need to learn their favourite dishes to build connections and friendships with your new customers. The art style for this game is really cute, and I'm excited to try out Love at the Milky Way Diner when it launches on the 15th of October 2025. Move to a Ghibli-esque island paradise called Starsigned Island, which promises warm sunshine, soft sands, lush meadows, friendly townsfolk, affectionate dolphins, and cozy cabins for you to live in. Inspired by the whimsical style of Studio Ghibli, in Starsigned Island you can shed the burdens of reality and enjoy the peace and beauty of your very own slice of paradise. There'll be all your usual farming activities like animal care, decorating, fishing, and befriending over 40 NPCs, but there are also unique activities for this game, like diving in the sea and searching for pearls. Everything about Starsigned Island looks so pretty, and you can even drive around on a moped with your pet corgi. Enjoy seaside living on lush Starsigned Island when this cozy life sim releases in Q4 2025. Prepare for the adventure of a lifetime as you set sail on the Sally, a flying ship crewed by kids and stewarded by two caring grandmas. This is a cozy life sim like no other about found family and discovering who you're supposed to be. Your goal in Sally is to find a new permanent home for the crew. So take to the skies of this Ghibli-inspired world, exploring the floating islands and discovering what daily life is like on a magical flying ship. Craft, cook, farm, build, and explore the skies as you become who you want to be amongst the Sally's found family. I love the art style in this game, and while I am not too sure about playing as a child, I am definitely interested in giving this a go when it launches in Q4 2025. Set in a post-apocalyptic world, Water Me and You is a cozy co-op adventure where you play as a water droplet or a seed-like creature that can change states, on a quest to regenerate the world left behind by humans. Work together to save a civilization of small woodland creatures on the brink of extinction. Go on adventures, platform, solve puzzles, and explore new biomes as you gather resources to rebuild and customize your little village, while you find a way to summon the rain once more when it launches in Q4 2025. Duck Detective: The Secret Salami was one of my favorite games from 2024, and they've just announced a sequel that'll be launching in 2025. Duck Detective: The Ghost of Glamping sends our favorite detective out on a brand new case that's a little bit spooky. This time you're headed to a haunted campsite to get to the bottom of kidnappings, vandalization, and Eugene's bread addiction. These games are fully voice acted and the perfect games to curl up with for a few hours as you get to the bottom of the case. Our next game is one of my most anticipated upcoming cozy games, and it's called Tiny Bookshop. In this relaxing management sim, you leave everything behind and open up a mobile bookshop by the sea. Stock your tiny bookshop with different books and items and set up shop in scenic locations around town. From the looks of it, there are different genres you can collect and fill your shelves with, and you have to make sure you have enough for whichever customer visits your shop that day. You can also decorate your little van, befriend the townsfolk, and visit new areas around this small picturesque town. Where you go each day, which items you bring, and the way you interact with the people around you all shape the course of the town's stories. and your own. Rather than unpacking your belongings, in this next game, you're packing them up as you prepare to embark on the next chapter of your life. Try to fit all of your belongings into the back of your car, a moving van, and discover 3 interwoven storylines that revealed through the items you take with you and the ones you leave behind. Whether you're a tidy organizer or a toss them all in sort of person, as long as the boot closes, you can continue the story in one move away. I know that this next one has been on a lot of wish lists, including my own, because it's like Stardew Valley but with terraforming. Although Pixelshire was originally supposed to launch into early access in 2024, it has been postponed until 2025 when it'll have a full launch instead. Build a town the way you want by changing the land as you please to raise hills or create ponds. Decide where your villagers will live and team up with them for help around town and when exploring the vast continent of Arcadia. Solarpunk is a survival game in a technically advanced world of floating islands that you can play alone or with your friends. Construct buildings, grow food, craft gadgets, and explore different islands with your own airship, while using sunlight, wind, and water to create an energy system and automate your processes, like gathering resources and watering your plants. I have been loving the recent focus on sustainable and environmental games like Terranil, Solarpunk, and Outbound, and hopefully they'll keep coming. Recently, there have been a ton of climbing games releasing, and Valley Peaks launched in July this year, but in 2025 it will be coming to Nintendo Switch. Escape the daily grind and journey to Valley Peaks, where you can soak in a serene mountain landscape set in a miniature open world. Climb Mount Shroom, the tallest point in Valley Peaks, or take a stroll through Roston Ranch, where the geese may even let you pet them. Between climbing sessions, you can get cozy with colourful froggy friends and enjoy minigames, or explore the world collecting golden mushrooms. From one of the devs who worked on Stardew Valley, Sunkissed City is an upcoming life sim set in Apollo City, a bustling seaside metropolis with plenty for you to get up to. Start your new life in the city, learning new skills, meeting the quirky residents, and breathing life back into the steel metropolis. Rather than inheriting a farm, you'll instead be a new hire for Pico Corporation, tasked with building relationships with the townsfolk. Tend to DIY gardens, snap photos of the wildlife, try your hand at the frankly terrifying fishing game, forage for resources, or head into the infested sewers for a little more action. This is another farming game where you ditch the city stress and build the ranch of your dreams, but you can build it together with your friends. After years of living in the city's stressful and hectic life, you finally decide to leave everything behind to buy your first plot of land in the countryside, to start your new life in the ranches. However, your skills as a farmer and manager will be put to the test to make your ranch a prosperous business and earn the villagers' respect and esteem. And who knows, maybe find love and start a family? Play as a rancher by day and a vampire by night in this upcoming dark cozy game. Manage your time and resources to restore your sleepy little town to its former glory, while satisfying your desire for blood in Vampire Rancher. Use blood essence gathered from villagers to level up abilities like transforming into a bat, resisting garlic, and developing an immunity to sunlight. Plus, if you have time after farming crops and your visitors, you can unlock the secrets of your vampire heritage in the ancient ruins around town. From the creators of Sticky Business comes Rituals of Raven, a story-based farming sim where you can enchant arcane constructs to grow a magical herb garden. Collect and enchant a deck of tarot cards that you use to control your creations, and charm them into plowing, sowing seeds, watering, and harvesting them for you. In a world where different traditions of magic live side by side, portals were once open between them, but the ritual went horribly wrong. After falling through one of these mysterious portals yourself, you need to fill your book of shadows and find a portal keeper to stabilize the portals and save your new home. I have not seen anyone mention this cute farming sim set in a secluded Chinese countryside. Your grandmother has left you her family home, nestled in a hidden paradise rich with cultural heritage, and secrets tied to the lost myths you once heard from her as a child. Use the valley's magical farming techniques and mysterious technologies to revive your grandmother's mansion, to become a bustling holiday attraction. Cook local dishes, finish your home, run a souvenir shop, and hire staff to help around the mansion. But life is about more than your job. Discover the countless wonders of Moonlit Valley together with the Sisterhood, who also call this home, in the Sisterhood Mansion. Wish Upon a Llama is a cozy animal genetics-focused RPG. As Llama Town's dedicated rancher, it is your responsibility to provide wholehearted love and care for your beloved friends. There are many different types of animals you can raise on your ranch, like llamas, rabbits, geese, capybaras, pigs, and more. All of which come in various colours, patterns, and personalities, and you can mate them together to create new special breeds. Ranching is the main focus of Wish Upon a Llama, but you can also start your own family and raise children, and help the town in its fundraising efforts to build new infrastructure. I've got a video of the demo gameplay up on my channel if you want to check it out ahead of launch. Kick back in the fresh mountain air and craft your ideal haven on the shores of Alpine Lake. In this game, you're opening up a cozy inn in the woods, but first you'll need to build and decorate it. Every guest that arrives has their own personality and narrative to discover, and you'll have to do your best to make them happy during their visit. There's also a vast alpine region to explore and a lively community of local townspeople to meet and get to know when Alpine Lake launches next year on PC. Plus, there is a demo up right now if you want to give it a go. Most cooking games are set on Earth, exploring the different cultures we have here. But in Space Chef, you'll be traveling the galaxy. You're an inspiring chef with only a simple space trailer and the remnants of your grandma's cookbook to your name. Travel to distant planets in search of the finest ingredients that the cosmos has to offer. Cook delicious meals straight from your recipe book and hop onto your space scooter and journey to far-flung workplaces to deliver meals during the lunch rush. Space Chef is a new take on the cooking and life sim genre with a fun sci-fi twist. A huge Animal Crossing-esque game is launching next year, and it'll be free to play. Floatopia is a cute life sim filled with building, crafting, fishing, chatting with NPCs, and decorating your dream home, as well as your playable character. There's also a sprinkling of magic with the addition of superpowers, and did I mention this entire game is set on your own floating island that you can invite your friends to visit. However, your superpowers have been deemed useless, and there's a whole story about discovering the truth about this magical world. Floatopia will be launching on PC, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, and Xbox, and while there will be a gacha element, it's unclear how much of an impact this will have on the gameplay. Hopefully it's more Infinity Nikki style, where you don't need to take part in a gacha to play the game. Next up is a fantasy-style farming sim adventure game set in the enchanting land of Seikyu. You and your sister have just arrived after buying a house in the countryside with all of your savings. But of course, it's not a farming sim without having to restore the dilapidated and abandoned farmhouse yourself. The fantasy elements in this game are what makes it stand out the most to me. The world around you isn't just fantastical, but you are too, with the ability to shapeshift into legendary creatures. Whether you want to be a crow and soar through the skies or a slime searching for treasure. You can use your abilities to help your farm work, and over time you'll even be able to renovate the old buildings and open a luxurious monster inn. Little Problems, a cozy detective game, looks so cute. This cozy detective game isn't about murders or robberies. Instead, you use your detective skills to solve mysteries about minor inconveniences, everyday misunderstandings, and little problems. What class do you have today, and when are you supposed to meet your study group? This is such a nice twist on typical detective games that makes things a little more lighthearted and approachable, not to mention the cute art style. Immerse yourself in a magical hand-drawn forest world inspired by the kind and nature-loving spirits of the world of Tukoni in this next game. Play as Forest Spirit Tukoni as you meet unique characters, solve captivating puzzles, brew fragrant tea, and explore a magical world filled with kindness. Autumn is a busy time in the forest as animals wrap up their matters before taking a winter nap, and forest keepers Tukoni hustle to prepare pillows and blankets of various shapes and forms. Tukoni Forest Keepers is a wholesome adventure for all ages that offers a cozy escape from the real world. Embark on a journey through the skies across the gorgeous hand-drawn world in Townseek. The whole world is your scene now, so be sure to see all that it has to offer. Travel far and wide, discovering exotic landmarks, visiting faraway towns, and trading with whimsical characters. While you're out there, search for collectibles to fill your journey and fulfill the lost legacy of Sir Reginald Sharkingston. Welcome to the Ministry of Monster Concealment. You live in a world of monsters in this next game, but they've got a bad habit of ending up in the human world and making a mess. As the newly appointed custodian, it's your time to shine and polish every corner while saving your fluffy friends. From dirt to broken items and poop, you'll need to travel to various locations and clean up tiny homes, banquet halls, and medieval hotels. Find the scared monsters who committed these crimes and return them home to keep them out of further trouble in Monster Mop-Up. Build a cozy village on your flying turtle in this next game. Play as the Luminites leader and follow your mission to restore the beauty of nature. Together, you will navigate through floating islands, clean up pollution, and use recycled materials to build a village for the Luminites. Farm, paint, watch the stars, and unwind with your kite as you journey towards the next mystical island. Journey across the skies with a unique mission to create a vibrant city on the back of your floating turtle in the Luminites. I love the idea of this next game. This is Morgan Metal Detective, and in it you play as Morgan, who is searching her beautiful Cornish island to find lost treasures. Armed with her trusty metal detector, you'll need to listen to clues from the townsfolk to work out where their lost items have ended up. Return them for a reward in the form of a cassette tape, which you can listen to while you're exploring. Morgan Metal Detective is a cozy first-person exploration game with a fun twist and even a mystery to uncover. In an old Danshi, there used to be a yearly summer festival, but the residents have aged and the once-loved tradition is now on hold. But you'll play as Hoshino, who decides to revive it. Hand out flyers to let everyone know that the festival is coming back. There are over 100 people to invite, and while some may agree to go immediately, others may ask you to solve their problems first. Danshi Days is a cute adventure that invites you to laugh, cry, and feel awe as you play through it. Run a tea shop in this cozy simulation game where you serve tea and desserts to your customers. Create your own unique blends with a stock of 9 black teas, 15 herbs, and 6 secret ingredients, and try to learn your customers' favourite recipes in the process. But there's a twist. This cafe will only be open for 3 weeks, so you've got a limited amount of time to learn everything you can about your customers and why the cafe is only open 21 days in the first place. Kimono Tea Time sounds super intriguing, and it'll be launching on PC in 2025. Create your own unique story in this upcoming colony sim where you develop your villagers' stories as they grow old in your town. Legend has it that the continent of Kataria was home to an ancient civilization. One day, the continent mysteriously vanished and became lost to the world. But after hundreds of years, the land of Kataria has been rediscovered, and all that remains of the civilization are ruins. Now, thousands have set off to explore Kataria to settle a new home and uncover the mysteries of this land. Care for generations of villagers in Asia's Kataria, where you'll decide everything from why your village was founded to where it's located and how your village will grow and expand. It's such a delightful mix of choose-your-own-adventure games and colony sims, and I can't wait to see how it plays out. Welcome to Cupid Island, a cute life simulator about bringing couples together and nurturing their relationships. By exploring the human world, you can meet people and make dream couples with your Cupid arrows. Then you can bring them back to Cupid Island to live in harmony together with your other couples. Collect love, joy, passion, and other good feelings produced by the people on the island to expand it and make great places for dates and all types of fun activities. Step into the quirky harbour town of Blomkest, where your aunt has entrusted you with managing its only supermarket in this county. Design and organise your shop, manage stock levels, work the checkout, and strike trade deals. Build relationships with the charming locals and grow your business empire while navigating your community. Use every tool at your disposal to expand your business, but be mindful because rapid growth might ruffle a few feathers in this tight-knit community. Will you pursue endless profits or find a way to benefit everyone in this county? Paralives is one of the biggest upcoming Sims competitors and is due to launch in early access next year. Build your dream home, create some characters, and manage their lives the way you want, inside their homes and all around an open world town. They've got a detailed roadmap promising cars, pets, weather and seasons, supernatural characters, and more during the early access period. It'll be interesting to see how Paralives compares with both The Sims and Inzoi. Live out your life as a witch opening up a bakery in Paris in this next game. Play every day, managing your bakery, exploring the beautiful city of Paris, and meeting the wonderful people who live there in the Witch's Bakery. Use your special powers to look into the hearts of your customers and heal their negative emotions with magic. By entering their heart palace, you can discover their deepest struggles and find the key ingredient you need to cook up a tasty treat that will heal their hardships. Is cyberpunk cozy? I am not 100% sure, but Nivalis is a cyberpunk life sim from the creators of Cloudpunk, and it's all about opening a small food stand in the middle of a futuristic city. You're gonna start small and eventually build your way up to a bar, restaurant, or even a club. And just like most life sims, you dictate what you want to do and what you want to prioritize. Nivalis also offers a mysterious narrative alongside the cozier life sim elements that focuses on a serial killer that plagues the city at night. Besides that, you've got the gritty underbelly of this city to explore, the citizens to meet and befriend, and maybe even fall in love with, when Nivalis launches in 2025. Winterboro is a cozy woodland survival game where you play as a mouse who returns from the big city to find their childhood home in ruins. To make matters worse, your aunt who was supposed to be looking after it has gone missing. Brave the elements and journey out into the frozen wilderness to collect vital resources for both yourself and your new home. Beware of the insect wildlife and remember that nobody survives on their own. Find new friends, expand your survival handbook, restore your burrow, and solve the mystery of what happened to your aunt when Winterboro launches next year. This dark twist on the farming sim genre will have you struggling to keep all of your villagers alive, as the deadly plague threatens the village of Grimshire. As the newest resident, it quickly falls to you to keep the root cellar stocked by farming your land, raising animals, and gathering materials to strengthen your community. But not all animals have the same taste, so you'll need to cater to multiple palates as you try to keep the village well fed. Your community must work together if they are to survive, but not everyone will. Personally, I love small puzzle games that you can play when you have a few spare minutes. And I'm excited to say that there is another one coming next year. Squeak Ross Home Squeak Home is a nonogram game where you buy a new home for your cute little mouse friend that you can design yourself. Solve puzzles to unlock furniture, decorations, and accessories for your pet, and over time you'll be able to unlock new rooms and more to decorate. There are so many new cozy city builder / decorating games releasing after the success of Tiny Glade and further back Townscaper, and Calm Cove is a new addition to this chill genre. Calm Cove is a cozy building game and all you do is build your little dream island while soaking in the soothing sounds of nature. There is no stress, no management, and definitely no combat. But as you build, your island will come to life with villagers settling in and strolling around to reward your creativity. Speaking of cozy building games, from the creators of Dorfromantik comes a new base building and resource management game set in space. Join your flock of starbirds on a mission across the great beyond, establishing a thriving mining operation and discovering new technologies to advance even further. Starbirds is a colourful sci-fi building and resource management game where you help your population of spacefaring birds prosper and thrive. Scan nearby asteroids and use your rover to uncover hidden treasures. Build production facilities to mine resources and automate the manufacturing of increasingly advanced goods. And deliver products to fulfill quests and satisfy the needs of your birds. As a newly born spirit, you set out on your journey to discover your purpose, as you accompany a child on their adventure through the enchanting and wondrous environments. Find secrets and discover your newfound abilities as you explore new areas, and maybe even make a friend or two along the way. This game looks so cute and I'm in love with the art style, although I wish we knew a little bit more about the story for a newbie. Those are all of the cozy games I found that are confirmed to launch in 2025, but if I'd missed something, then please let me know down in the comments. And while you're down there, why not let me know which game you are most excited about launching next year? Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!